Go for it, laddie!
Hello and welcome to another episode of Curious Currents, the marine biology podcast where two curious minds learn about the wonders and the weirdos of the ocean together. My name is Emily, marine biology graduate with a passion for storytelling.
And my name is Siobhan/Shiv, and I like to listen to weird shit.
You're in the right place.
And just a side note, guys, tonight we have recorded the last two episodes together. I'm just going to admit it because I don't have anything else to say in front of it, and Emily is about to leave for 4 weeks, so we had to pre-record some of them together. So yeah, I've got no news from the last 10 minutes / 5 hours / oh my god, how long have we been recording this
we've been
podcast?
talking for so long this evening, but it's okay.
It's okay because we enjoy each other's company for now. Okay, so yeah, I will dive straight into it because I'm interested, like, myths and legends.
Myths and legends about cephalopods. Cool. A nice way to round off our series, I think, for the Q&A. For millennia, squid, octopuses, and cuttlefish have inspired global mythology, from the infamous beast, the Kraken, to Ursula the sea witch. Many cultures have tales of a tentacled beast tormenting sailors and dragging them to their depths. We now know that most of these tales come from sightings of giant squids, possibly washed up on the shore or floating near the surface. But hundreds of years ago, the sea was even more mysterious and unknown than it is today. So it's easy to understand why some of the first navigators believed this treacherous, dark, dangerous environment was concealing hordes of monsters. So in today's episodes, we will be unpacking these stories to discover their origins, the truth behind the fiction, and how they still influence pop culture hundreds of years later. So stay tuned for some tentacleizing stories from beyond the shore.
What a fabulous pun.
You.
Outstanding job once again.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. The thing I was thinking of there for during your intro, how, like, when you're thinking back to sailors and you're like, how silly are they that, like, they thought the world was flat and they were gonna fall. How brave were they that they thought the world was flat and they just kept going? Or how shit was their home?
They just had a bad home life and they were like, you know what?
It wasn't even a wife in every port. It was just like, get me away.
How terrifying must it have been though? Like, if they don't know anything about the stuff there yet. Do you see anything in the ocean? I would be like,
it's not even a thing. It's like, I don't think that's the thing where ignorance is bliss. I think that's where it's the fear of the unknown.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like the balance of like, the balance of like, oh well, I know logically it's going to be fine because everything's super far away. They don't know logically everything is fine. They have nothing to reassure their anxious little minds.
Oh, it's just a giant squid being silly. If I saw that and didn't know what it was, I'd probably make up a story as well.
Out of the water.
Also, everyone loves a good story.
Yeah.
When you come back, you're gonna exaggerate what you saw.
Oh yeah. Well, again, one of our colleagues at the end of some of his tours, the one line he always says is like, now, like, it's a ghost walk. At the end of it, he says, I'm gonna paraphrase because I can't remember exactly, but it's, nothing's gonna get between me and a good story. Not something small like the truth. Yeah. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's a good line.
Something like that, yeah. It's a good line, yeah.
It's a great line of like, yeah, everybody does that though. Everybody embellishes a little bit for a story because otherwise, if you don't have a dramatic pause in the right place, it's just a story.
The Kraken, below the thunders of the upper deep, far, far beneath in the abysmal sea, his ancient Dreamless, uninvaded sleep, the Kraken sleepeth. Faintest sunlights flee about his shadowy sides. Above him swell huge sponges of millennial growth and height, and far away into the sickly light, from many a wondrous grot and secret cell, unnumbered and enormous polypi, winnow with giant arms the slumbering green. There hath he lain for ages, and will lie battening upon huge sea worms in his sleep, until the latter fire shall heat the deep. Then once, by man and angels to be seen, in roaring he shall rise, and on the surface die. That was a sonnet by the Lord Alfred Tennyson called The Kraken, and it was published in 1830.
Here. I bet he was great fun at a party.
What a great dramatic introduction to the first myth that we're going to cover today, the Kraken. Over the centuries, there have been many sea monster legends. Some have been forgotten, but like the Kraken, it has survived. Their stories have been strengthened and modified over time. But the Kraken originated...
I have an irrelevant fact about
Go
vampires.
Go for it.
Did you know Bram Stoker, first of all, Irish?
Okay, didn't? Yes.
Yeah. And second of all, there's like a few myths in Ireland about vampires, and it's mostly like peasants, landlords, British, Irish, like the usual. But one of the really popular ones is about a lady, husband loved her, father loved her, a lord loved her, not the husband, but like guy that was courting her. Then that guy was like, you'll do better with the Lord. The Lord has come asking for your hand. You'll be happier with him. And then he just kind of left her alone and abandoned her. The dad was also like, you'll do better with the Lord. Abandoned her and like left her. And the Lord locked her up into the tower, and he was really, really horrible to her. Like locked away. But everybody thought like she's in the Lord's house. Like the Lord, not like lords up in the sky, but isn't like the landlord's house. Mm-hmm. So she was like a posh, so she was like, oh, too good for them now, so they never really checked up on her and stuff. And like he starved her to death, and like just horrible abuse. And then she came back first to the man who supposedly loved her and was like, you never came for me. And then he was like, I thought you were happy. Sucked his blood, dead. Then the father, same thing. And then the Lord, same thing, murdered them all. And then any like unexpected or like cruel man, she would come and whisk him away.
Good for her.
Yeah. She took her revenge and all of them. Candlelit Tales, very, very good Irish folklore podcast.
Nice. I'll check it out.
I was just like, ooh, we gotta. I tried not to.
No, I like it. The Kraken originally was from Scandinavian folklore and came from stories that were told by sailors when they returned. A giant cephalopod said to be capable of destroying entire ships and dragging sailors to their doom.
I bet it was a like blue-ringed squid, and it was actually like only 4 centimeters wide or something.
They were just like, well, we can't go back and say we found this tiny little
and it killed 20 of us with a zap 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 zap.
Like we can't say that.
Yeah.
So
it was this 20 feet tall.
You should have seen it. It was huge.
That was exactly what happened.
Specifically, the Kraken was said to stalk the waters between Norway, Iceland, and between Iceland and Greenland. The legend of the Kraken can actually be traced all the way back to 1180, specifically to an account written by King Sverre of Norway.
Can I have another fact?
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons we know so much about Vikings is they were prolific writers and storytellers.
Oh.
Yeah, so they had so much oral history that like they wrote it like first it was oral, so they were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Iceland, a lot of the reason why they have a lot of information is it just became really popular to write stuff down. And how they governed people is they'd have one person in an area that would learn how to like read and write. And that person would go to this yearly meeting, gather all of the information, like read off all the information, learn all the information off from all the other people, and then go back and tell it to all the people they were from the village.
It's like a gossip session.
Yeah. But like that, his one job would be to learn everything, like all of the oral histories.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they did that, when they learned how to write, and like the monks in England, like scripture or whatever, then they were like, cool, but we have these guys with all of this knowledge, and they like wrote everything down. That's why they have so much history in Iceland, even though it's like relatively new.
Yeah. Just really good at paperwork.
Yeah. You don't think about it when you think about Vikings, but they were really good homesteaders.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
So they kept the land.
According to King Sverre's report, the Kraken was just one of many, many sea monsters out there. Other accounts of Nordic sea monsters described similar features, like their size, the fact they attacked ships, and over time the Kraken kind of became synonymous with all these different creatures. They all meshed into one eventually and became the Kraken. And it has been depicted many ways throughout like art and literature. A huge cephalopod, or sometimes it's described as a large crustacean, a sea serpent. All these kind of things appear under the label the Kraken, depending on what you're looking at. And it's believed that the Kraken...
It's like the Titan thing. It was like the Titan movie, and that was not a Kraken.
Yeah, Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans. Oh, yeah.
They get called out.
Put a pin on that one, guys.
Yeah, so over time it kind of just steadied out and became this giant cephalopod because of an increased number of sightings of giant squid, we think. So then there's increased reports of seeing the Kraken because they're venturing further, they're seeing more of these giant squid. So the creature's initial attack strategy was said to be using its arms to crush boats and tear them apart, rip sailors from them.
Pirates of the Caribbean style.
Yes, Pirates of the Caribbean stylies. But if that didn't work, it was said to sink the ship by creating a whirlpool that the ship would then fall into.
That is in Greek mythology as well. There's like I think it's in the Odyssey. It'll be in the Odyssey. It'll be where they have a choice whether or not like all the people like they have to either sacrifice people on the boat, go against a kraken / sea monster, or and then the other option is a sea monster that creates a vortex that drags all the ships down. Sorry, that wasn't a very good explanation. They've got like 2 or 3 options and they have to choose one. They're all shite. To get through, to get to the island. She's the daughter of the magic goddess. I can't. Sorry, Percy Jackson fans. Got nothing there.
Just letting you down now.
Yeah, but either way, it's in the Greek mythology as well. The Kraken monster causing a vortex being one of the things. I guess they were scared of vortexes or like whirlpools.
Yeah, I mean, rightly so.
I mean, fair, but I didn't know they weren't very common because they're really common in my area at home. Oh, because we live in a limestone region, and when like the limestone. Like, we have massive underground caves that are constantly shifting because limestone is such a soft rock. And there's, like, sinkholes, we call them. But there are tons of them all over the shop. Like, and we'll have massive underground water lakes and stuff like that as well. And stuff. Like, people will literally, like, unfortunately, a lot of people use them to dispose of stuff. Because it just pops into
disappears
and gone.
No, not my problem.
But like whirlpools, sinkholes, and like just magic hole that things disappear into, really, really common in my area. And I didn't know that it wasn't a thing until I was talking about somebody and they were like, excuse me, what? And I was like, well, yeah, we weren't allowed to swim there because otherwise we go in the sinkhole. And they were like, you were allowed to be near the sinkhole? And I was like, yeah, we just weren't allowed to go in.
You can be in the vicinity, but don't dive in the middle of it.
Yeah. Like, multiple older generations have had, like, stories where they're like, oh, yeah, we were swimming. We'd always be swimming. But then that one time we swam too close to it. And then we couldn't get out of the current. Jeez. And, like, an older person would have to go in and, like, fucking pull them out.
That's so scary.
Yeah. That's when we have a healthy respect of water, though.
Yeah.
Right. Because it fucking disappears. Sorry.
Yeah, how it creates these whirlpools conflicts depending on what size people are reporting it is. Some people said that it had to circle the ship lots of times to create the whirlpool, which implies something small. Some reports said that it could just whack its arm into the water and create the whirlpool.
Well, that was the Greek myth. Now you're gonna have to keep that in. There's the Greek myth where there's like, it literally just opened up its mouth and it caused the water to rush in, which causes the whirlpool.
So the sinkhole at the bottom was just its mouth.
Yeah. Straight in. Gullet.
Also said to have an insatiable hunger for human flesh. The Kraken was said to eat the crew of an entire fleet in one sitting.
Hungry bugger.
It was also believed that amber that was found washed up on the North Sea beaches were the poop of a Kraken.
I mean, we did learn previously that it is a shiny poop from some of them.
From the vampire, yeah.
Yeah. Gross.
The monster did also have its benefits, so this is why some people would go looking for it, because it would bring up schools of fish with it. So as it surfaces, schools of fish swim alongside it, and fishermen could take advantage, take out their nets, and catch a bunch of fish from it.
I don't think they've thought about that risk versus reward there. Do you know what I said earlier about how they were like really brave? I didn't say they were smart, did I?
I mean, if it's as big as the one that can just a flick of the wrist, and
a flick of the wrist,
and that's like you're dead, I probably wouldn't go up against that one.
No, but like also, like this is back in the time when things weren't overfished.
Well, this also comes into, you can see the exaggeration of their story. They're like, it was huge, killed my pals, sunk his ship, but I got a really nice tuna from it.
But I'm going out next Thursday. But you shouldn't go.
No, it's
because it's dangerous,
awful, terrifying,
so bad. Like, you should definitely not go to that place that I got really good fish from. They were defo just hiding their good spots.
Yeah, probably.
We cracked it.
That's
Nobody else thought of this reasoning. We definitely just solved it here.
Well, the stories of the Kraken were so like widespread and so talked about that it became included in the first modern scientific surveys of the natural world. So there's a guy, Carl Linnaeus, who's...
And they didn't believe the platypus was real.
Linnaeus is known as like the father of modern biological classification. So, you know, when I talk about all these taxonomy terms like kingdoms, phylums, he kind of came up with this system.
Okay.
So it's pretty famous.
Pretty big guy, pretty big name.
In the biology world. He actually classified the Kraken as Microcosmus marinus.
So what you're saying is he didn't know everything?
No. He heard those stories and went, well, that sounds real.
He's like, well, so many people couldn't be lying.
He did then swiftly remove it from subsequent works.
Swiftly removed it. Mass hysteria would never...
No, not at all.
Never, ever affect a man of science.
One particular little instigator for the tale was Bishop Eric Pontoppidan.
I'm sorry, what?
Pontoppidan.
I see it.
He popularised the Kraken in his book The Natural History of Norway, in which he treated like the fishermen's stories as if they were actual biological observations and science, he described the beast.
This is why I never believe stuff written down by men.
Always check your sources.
Always check your sources. But like...
Peer review.
Peer review is so important. But also, like... If people are like, oh, but why don't you, like, think that the myths are that way? Because, again, not to go too off tangent, and I'm so sorry, but this is you've kept me up this late. Like, the Irish mythology, the main god/goddess was a woman. They're almost certain it was a woman. But because it was written down by a dude, they're ignored. and it's gone. And like we don't actually know her name anymore. There was 3 in particular, and now they're all merged into one called the Morrigan, and we're not certain if it was always one or if it was just like, we better let them have one. Like, and there's no way to tell because the people who wrote down their preferred versions, and it often made the pagans look bad and the Catholics look good. Or like, oh, look at these silly buffoons. Like, and it's this shit. This shit grinds my gears.
Oh, Eric. Eric.
Pompidon.
Pontopipidon. Yeah, he described the beast as an enormous floating island-like creature. Because there was one tale when I was doing my research where one of them mentioned that the squid had an island on its back. Like, the Kraken actually had an island. His reasoning for this was that he saw an island, he looked away, and then he looked back and the island was gone.
By any chance had the boat turned? Or was he by any chance drinking the rum that was handed out quite freely? But the lime in the coconut makes it all about.
I mean, I've just rewatched the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, so this is all fresh in my mind. A giant beak was discovered by a Norwegian naturalist.
Of course it was the Norwegians.
And because of this, he officially described the giant squid scientifically. He went, guys, I think it's actually this. I think what you're talking about is the giant squid.
So this is the guy that was like...
It's like, it's not as big as you've just told me.
My guys, unless this is a baby beak, you've got it massively wrong.
Yeah. But it actually wasn't until 2005 that the first footage of a live giant squid was recorded by researchers.
Was it like kind of... Maybe it was? Maybe it wasn't? Maybe it could be alive? Or was it just like people could get it and see it, or they could find it? They knew it existed by then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the thing
or like
in
they knew it was still
1853?
alive? No, like in 2005 they knew it was still alive, right?
Yeah, but they'd never actually recorded it. They'd only ever had dead samples. Or like taken pictures of.
So I was just like,
corpses.
wait, is it just because it was the first time camera equipment was good enough to go down, and they were like, oh no, it is real, and everybody else wasn't lying to us for the last 10 years.
They knew it was real, but yeah, camera equipment got so good that we could actually record
it
live footage. It was pretty cool. We did discuss the giant squid in last week's episode, so if you want more about the real animal that inspired the legend, go back and check that one out.
What are you doing listening to this one if you haven't listened to the previous one? Get back!
It's a prequel to this. The giant squid is also one of the most elusive animals in the world still, so some people are actually surprised to hear the giant squid is real and exists. After all, the Kraken is still alive in pop culture today. It's found in comic books. Both Marvel and DC feature iterations of the Kraken. There was Clash of the Titans.
that was they basically were like, what could we do? We could do Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Be a little bit different with our Kraken. Godzilla.
Also, possibly one of the most famous ones, well, for us, is Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
They made a pretty good Kraken.
They made a pretty good Kraken.
Yeah.
You know what else is a good Kraken?
What?
The dark spiced rum. Dark spiced rum. I haven't even had any today.
You do have a lamp though made of it.
I was literally just about like right to my... Which is funny because it's like an old Kraken bottle from like the rum. But that's the t-shirt from the Linlithgow Trail.
That's a t-shirt?
Yeah, Harry's mum made it into a lamp.
Oh, that's cool.
How cool is that?
Yeah. I can see from the design on the Kraken rum bottle that we learned last week that with eyes on the front of its head, that's a colossal squid.
Oh my god, with the headlamp eyes!
So we mentioned Clash of the Titans, which features what they call a Kraken, but kind of looks nothing like anything we've just described.
At all.
It's like a kind of humanoid dinosaur with tentacles.
Do you know what it looks like? It looks like the Swamp Man monsters from that like old movie / the movie that people...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, you know what it really looks like? Have you seen Aliens versus Monsters? Okay, for those who've seen Aliens versus Monster, does that not look like the swamp monster in it? The one that's like past its prime and has to crack its back every 10 seconds?
Oh, I have seen that movie.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Unlocked. Does it not?
Yeah, it does. I would say it more resembles our next mythical creature called the Cecilia than it does a kraken. But even that's a bit of a push, to be honest, now that I'm looking at it again.
Okay. Oh, so we're talking Ursula.
Yeah, we're talking Ursula here. Cecilia is like a mermaid, but with cephalopod arms instead of a fishtail. The inspiration for Ursula.
Oh. I thought you were going to say the inspiration for tentacle porn.
No, why would I say that?
Because that one had boobs.
Oh, people are freaks.
People are freaks. Save it for Lena.
Cecilia is like a mermaid, but with cephalopod arms instead of a fishtail. The inspiration for Ursula in Disney's The Little Mermaid. They originated in Asian and Native American mythology. They're usually referred to as sea witches or octopus people. The term Cecilia is a pretty modern term. In traditional texts and folklore, they're usually referred to as octopus people or sea witches. I have a few examples. In Japan, there's stories of a creature known as Akurokamui? Akurokamui?
That sounds good.
Known as Akurokamui, began with the indigenous Japanese people, and it was said to be a combination of a human and an octopus, but it was considered pretty benign, and it was believed to have regeneration abilities. So they thought if they presented it with a person who was injured, then it would be able to heal them using its powers.
Oh, you know what's another great one of that? Cecilia.
Oh, Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. Yeah.
Is the King Arthur movie with Charlie Hunter? Oh, sexy man. It's creepy. He sacrifices his family to the monster, and it's like tentacly, and it's got like I think it's got one pretty woman, but then like kind of gross woman. But to be fair, I think the pretty woman is the body of his wife, and then the body of the daughter. So, I want to show it to you. There. Yeah, pretty gross. So that's the gross one, and then I'm hesitant to say normal looking. But anyways, yeah, so like that's another modern day depiction.
Yeah. Another Japanese one is the Tako Nyobo, which were apparently octopuses that could disguise themselves as human women, and they acted like domestic housewives.
We have the same thing in Ireland.
Do you?
But not octopuses, seals. We call them silkies.
Silkies.
Yeah.
Apparently when the Tako Nyobo disguise was discovered, they would return to where they came from and never be heard from again. Couldn't find out why.
So a man accused his wife of being a sea monster. She disappears. And everybody goes, oh, I guess he was right. Definitely didn't murder her.
Yeah, apparently it's a really common theme in Japanese folklore where an animal turns into a human and it ends in tragedy.
It is really common. They do it with foxes a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They have a thing about foxes too.
There's another one that's similar to this called a Tako Nyodo, which is an octopus priest. He takes on a humanoid form, retaining his octopus appearance, but has the head of an old, bearded man. They're said to attack boats and drown fishermen. And it's apparently, the phrase Tako Nudo is apparently used as an insult to refer to bald men, because their smooth head looks like an octopus.
That is quite bad. You octopus-looking motherfucker. I'd be insulted. I would be insulted.
Yes, so would I.
I would be insulted.
I mentioned that this Cecilia also came from Native American culture. So there is one tribe that had a pretty famous folktale that kept coming up when I was doing this research about a raven and an octopus.
That's a rogue match.
Yeah. I'll tell you the tale.
Okay.
Sit down. Relax. Enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
One morning, as the tide went out, people came to sit and watch the ocean. As they sat, they saw a woman walking along the beach. Her hair was long and strung into 8 braids. Her name was Octopus. There was a digging stick in her hand. She was digging to look for clams. She sat down on a rock at the edge of the water and began to dig. Soon another person came along the beach. They were tall with glossy black hair. "Look," one of the people said. "Here comes Raven. He's going to bother Octopus." Raven walked to where Octopus sat. "Octopus, what are you doing?" Octopus continued digging with her stick, and Raven stepped closer. "Are you digging for clams?" he said in a louder voice. Octopus kept digging. Now Raven came very close. "Are you digging for clams?" he shouted. Suddenly, Octopus stood up. She dropped her stick. Her 8 braids turned into long arms. 4 of the arms grabbed Raven and 4 held onto the rock. "Raven," she said, "yes, I'm digging for clams." Raven struggled to get free. The tide had turned and the water was rising. "Thank you for answering my question. Now let me go." But Octopus only held him tighter. "Raven," she said, "it is clams that I am digging for." The water was growing deeper around them. Again, Raven begged her to let him go, but the octopus held him tight. The water came in over their heads. "Octopus can hold her breath longer than Raven," one of the people said as they watched. After a long time, Raven drowned. "Don't worry about him," one of the people said. "He will come back to life again. His cousin will help." The next day, just as the old people had said, Raven came back to life. However, it was a long time before he bothered Octopus again. Apparently, in their folklore, Raven was known to be a trickster, god type thing, so he was always raising people up.
So, you know what I'm thinking there? Is like, this is like the moment you break.
Yeah. It's
but like all of those other things that he was doing every fucking day that Octopus put up with.
Yeah.
And then finally snapped, and that's the story that gets written down.
Bet it was written by man.
No, I don't think so. Because, like, everyone's like, fucking deserved it.
Yeah, he's like, saw him coming and went, he's going to bother her. Like, he's going to be a pest.
Here he goes again. He knows better. He knows better.
Apparently it's to represent minding your own business and don't bother people.
Preach. Reach.
Yeah. So that's a couple of examples of some famous octopus myths, but there is symbolism of octopuses in lots of other ancient mythologies and cultures. As we've heard, cephalopods have shape-shifting abilities, independently controlled tentacles. They live in deep water habitats, so they've been a source of fascination and terror for humanity. Other mythologies like regarding octopuses include, there's one Celtic myth. The octopus was regarded as vicious, and legend describes octopuses as capable of consuming a knight in armour from sucking him out of the armour like a shell.
We've done that sound a lot.
The octopus was also blamed for a lot of disastrous events like floods, and one of the lores that I picked up on when I was researching is the Mogmarhamni. How would you say it?
Yeah, I'm Mogmarhamni.
Yeah, that.
I mean, to be fair, that's like I'm not fluent in Irish, so I could be very wrong in that. If you'd like, I can send it to my friends. Well, fair enough.
Mogmarhamni.
Yeah.
It was covered by the sea where an octopus was said to reside, and the octopus would eat men, could eat a whole man in his armour, until the Dagda came and battled with the octopus.
Dagda.
Dagda. until the Dagda came and battled his octopus with the mace of wrath, and he chanted, "Turn thy hollow head, turn thy ravening body, turn thy resorbent forehead, avant, be gone." And so the octopus retreated, and the sea along with it, which revealed the plain underneath. The people were saved.
Can I tell you a fact about the Dagda?
Yeah.
So, I was saying earlier about, you don't have to keep this in, by the way. The Morrigan is like a great mythology, female mythology, but she was the goddess of war, and if she was on your side, you'd win. Mm-hmm. If she wasn't, you'd lose. The Dagda was about to go to war, and he was like, "Morrigan, old buddy, old pal, Morrigan." And she was like, "Here, I'm sick of your charms. I'm sick of you getting whatever you want because you've got a big club. What you need to do is satisfy me."
Oh.
Mm-hmm. But how you need to do it, well, like, you can do it how, like, you, what is it? Yeah. So it's like, you need to satisfy me. And then she's, but there's a caveat. I'm going to stand here. And then she put one leg on one side of the river and one leg on the other side of the river. And was like, "Do your best." So the Dagda was like, "Challenge accepted." What a win at life. He raced up. But raced up a little bit further up the river. Mm-hmm. And then hopped in. Got ready. Shot downstream. And aimed right. You know what? He won the battle.
She got hers.
She got hers, he got his. And his big club went on to fight another day. Your Irishman's horny as fuck.
I love that. In Babylonian myth, the octopus is kind of intertwined with the concept of the great mother and motherhood. Oh. It was regarded as like a symbol of female power. Quite a contrast from the Kraken.
Well, I mean, it depends.
Well, way.
I mean, the Kraken, well, I didn't think the Kraken had like a sex, to be honest. I thought it was just a monster, but like it could be either way. But like the Kraken, I wouldn't say, but then like
I wouldn't think
the other ones were female as well. It's interesting that they're like mostly female.
Yeah. But there was also a time before we knew that like the mother octopuses do give everything, like their whole lives for their children. This was like before they knew this.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, to be fair...
No, I'm just saying it's interesting that these symbolisms to do with motherhood.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, everything back then, even humans gave their life to having kids, because fucking, like, my grandmother had 10 kids. I think after the third or fourth one, all her teeth fell out. They take all your calcium.
No, I was expecting you to say, what the hell?
Do you not know they're little leeches?
I think I did know that somewhere in my brain.
Yeah, they're little leeches, and like,
yeah, I think I knew people could lose their teeth during pregnancy.
Yeah, but it's like not very common anymore because people know you have to up the calcium while you're pregnant now. Mm-hmm. But like, they didn't have a lot of calcium-rich food then, so like, and fucking 10 kids. So pop as well.
The goddess Tiamat, who is considered the goddess of sea and chaos, was largely associated with the octopus and embodied a force of feminine energy. Like that one. In Hawaiian myth, the god Kanaloa?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if anyone would like to correct any of her,
she embodies the form of an octopus or a squid and is a deity of healing, so similar to that other one we heard where they thought that the octopus had healing powers. She was also associated with regeneration and healing powers.
I wonder, is that because if they chopped off the arms it still wiggled and they just thought it was
maybe, yeah, they thought it could grow back. Yeah. Maybe.
Interesting.
And she embodies a balance of cosmic forces, evoking a sense of harmony and equilibrium. There's also the Eye of Kanaloa as a mystical emblem that can apparently be seen by gazing into the eyes of the divine octopus itself. And this symbol represents the interconnectedness of all things. I think that probably comes from them having a lot of arms, right?
Yeah, I was literally just about to say, I was like, kind of like our version of the spider's web, like reaching out everything.
Yeah. These stories, from ship-devouring kraken to shape-shifting sea witches and wise octopus spirits, reveal humanity's fascination with the unknown and our desire to explain the mysteries of the natural world. While science has uncovered the real animals behind many of these legends, the myths continue to captivate us because the ocean remains one of the last great frontiers on Earth. Vast, dark, and unexplored, it still sparks the same sense of wonder that inspired sailors, storytellers, and poets long ago. So what was your favourite myth?
Mm.
Mine's definitely the Kraken, but that's because I'm just watched Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like in my brain. I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, oh, it's so cool, that scene though.
The Kraken is pretty good. I quite like that, like, Taco Naudo.
The old man one.
Yeah, that's like an insult for bald people. I quite like that as in, like, a person, but I think the witch... I think what I find most interesting is that people have connected with feminine energy throughout it. And I wonder if that, like... Why?
Yeah, why?
What makes you look at that and go feminine? I suppose it's not a brutish thing. I suppose it's more like not brutish.
It was quite hard researching the Sicily and the Sea Witches. I couldn't find tons on them.
You didn't just watch The Little Mermaid?
No.
You didn't watch, like, Melissa McCarthy kill it? And then you've also got the King Arthur movie. It's a good one too.
There's another one in The Little Mermaid too, because when I was a kid, when I wanted movies, my dad would rent them from the library, but you know, the library doesn't have like prime movies that just came out. They have like the sequels that didn't do too well, and that's always what he'd rent me. So as a kid, I was obsessed with the sequels. Had never seen the first one, but was obsessed with sequels. So The Little Mermaid 2 was one of those.
Explains
so
much.
It features Ursula's sister, Morgana.
Alright. And the name Morgana as well. Here, was the King Arthur movie actually kind of accurate then? Was that witch Morgana? Because Morgana is a King Arthur name.
Was it?
Morgana is a English Celtic-y kind of name. It's more like, I'm pretty sure Morgana is the wife/sister of King Arthur. Where she tricks him.
She's a powerful and ambiguous enchantress from Arthurian legends.
Arthurian legends. Oh. Cool.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go, folks.
Thank you everyone for listening. If you have any other tales or myths that you know of featuring octopus or squid-like entities, do let us know.
Or if you would just like to correct us.
Yeah, also that. Send us questions in the comments or over on the Instagram via DM or in comments of our posts. I'll be happy to answer.
Slide into Emily's DMs.
Also, if you have any questions, we'll be doing a Q&A in our next episode of Cephalopods. Anything we've covered so far or anything else you want to know about, I will try my best to get my answers for you. Do let us know. And thank you guys so much for listening yet again. And stay curious.
Bye.